So a friend of mine had asked me, what should he do with credit cards? Many of you have credit cards and you're wondering right now, especially with the market that's down, like what should you do? Like, should you be paying more of the credit card or should you be like investing it? It's a tricky thing to really answer, but I'll give you my answer that I suggested to my friend based upon the numbers that we were working with. So his monthly payment was around $90 a month. And that's like the bare minimum payment. It was an average payment. It was above the bare minimum, but at least he'll be able to pay it off in 3 years. So he did the math and everything, but pretty much he would end up paying about $1,200 in interest when we calculated it over the course of the period of time that the credit card company had told him. So what I told him, because he had $3,000 to just pay off the whole thing, I told him do not do that. Instead, let's look at that math. Since it's only really going to cost you $1,200 in interest, I think you can make a lot more money inside of the market right now, especially the fact that it's down. Invest that money right now. You should definitely be able to double it across when that rebound really happens. Because things are at a huge discount, the upside is so much greater. I think it's less risky when things are down for you to invest. It's actually the time you really want to get in. That's why I had advised him, because what he could end up being is that he makes double the money, which means from the $3,000 investment he makes 6,000 in a period of time. And if we just use that number, for example, there's a $3,000 gain that he had, right? $3,000 profit. So he invested 3,000. He had a $3,000 profit, in total 6,000. But let's just use the profit number because that's what we got to play around with. And if we versus that against the $1,200 it's going to cost them, because he has to now pay the $1,200 interest since he's writing it out for the 3 years, right? That's assuming he makes $3,000 in the 3 year mark that he has to pay it off. So 3,000 minus the $1,200 that it costs, it's really an $1,800 difference, right? The $1,800 difference is the pretty much the difference if he does it this route. If he does it the other route, where he pays it right away, he'll save $1,200 in interest. Versus our way, he'll save $1,800. So there's a $600 difference there, right? So the first way that I explain is that you go in, invest the money into the market, you have a $3,000 gain of profit, right? But it costs you $1,200 in interest to have that $300 gain. So you really only made $1,800, right? So you have $1,800 in profit versus, meaning you saved $1,800. So that profit margin is really how much money you're saving. But if we look at the other way, where he gets rid of the debt right now, right away, it's a $1,200 that he's saving. So that's where the $1,200 difference between the $1,800 comes from. So it's a $600 difference that he's gaining by doing the investment strategy, right? If we look at it that way. But you also got to factor in that your credit card interest that you pay is tax deductible, right? You can minus that from your taxes. And on top of that, because he spends 3 years to pay that off, the inflation of that money went further down. So really, if we do a weird math, and I'm just throwing numbers out there, it's probably ends up being like a $900 gain from 600, right? And that's just me running some numbers, just so you get the picture and understanding of why it's better to do that. But that was for his case, because I looked at how much upside he can get, how much he had to invest, as well as how much the credit card interests were. It made sense. However, it may not make sense for everybody, because if your interest is higher, then of course you want to get rid of the debt right away and you'll be able to pay it off. So those are the things that you want to look at when it comes to like doing this use case scenario. But right now, I think it's a great time to make some sacrifices and just like really try to build and invest as much as you can, whether it's crypto or whether it's stocks. Definitely diversify between the two. I wouldn't say go concentrated in one or the other. That's just me personally, my experience and how I set up my portfolio. But however you could do it, however you wish to. Get into your HSA, get into your 401k. And if you're independent out there, you have more funds to buy and everything. Your upside should be greater because you have like all these stocks available to you and everything, like I do. But those are my suggestions. I hope it's been helpful. Please consult with your financial advisor, attorney, accountant. I am not a financial advisor. I'm doing this purely for educational as well as entertainment purposes. As a full disclaimer, I have to state that. But please be on the lookout for more tips and advice. I'm just sharing this with you at this time because I felt it was very important, because it's something that many people are wondering, questioning right now. What should they do? What should they do? I hope it's been helpful. If it has, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, share with others. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have any strategies that you're implementing throughout these times too, I'd love to hear about it. I'm always open to learn, and let's just share. Peace. Next time.